Welcome, everyone. In this episode of Delve, I want to say happy Halloween. Halloween is coming up this weekend. And what is a scarier thing than to play a classic horror style video game? And what is scarier than that than playing it in 1986 mode? It is now time to delve live for this special Halloween episode. Welcome, everyone, to a special episode of Delve Live. I'm Tom Morris. Quick information on Delve. Delve is a show where we celebrate pop culture. And what better way to celebrate pop culture than to discuss what's new, what's happening, what the community is enjoying in movies and video games and comic books and animation and collectibles. What you enjoy, what others enjoy, we get together, we talk about it, we celebrate it every week. This special episode of Delve is, I've been talking about playing this game for a while, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Now, what is Bloodstained Ritual of the Night? If you've ever played Castlevania games, if you've ever played Metroid games, if you've ever played Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Super Metroid, there is a genre called Metroidvania or Iggyvania. And these are games that are popularized by their creator, who was responsible for Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Is basically you start your character in a whole world, and you have to go back and forth through different sections. If, like I said, if you played Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and if you have played Metroid, Super Metroid, some of the later Metroid series, you do a lot of back and forth because as you level up, power up, you find new areas that were previously inaccessible. So I thought it would be fun on this holiday episode, or Halloween themed episode, if I would just play a game that, quite honestly, I really enjoyed. It was a little, some history on this game. Let me pull up my information, because I actually have, okay. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is a gothic horror action side-scrolling RPG set in 18th century England. A paranormal force has summoned a demon-infested castle, revealing crystal shards infused with tremendous magical power. Play as Miriam, an orphan scarred by an alchemist curse who slowly crystallizes her body. To save humanity, and herself in the process. Miriam must fight through the castle and defeat the summoner Jabel. Experience Koji Igarashi's revival of the Iggyvania genre as you collect, craft, and unlock a vast variety of weapons, equipment, and loot to defeat the countless minions and bosses of hell that await. This game was actually a Kickstarter game that when it came out, it was Kickstarter funded, and it just exceeded all their levels for funding. Therefore, it was a game, unfortunately, Konami themselves have not done much, if anything, with the Castlevania franchise. So Iga decided to make a spiritual successor. Not only in the spiritual successor, the team has made 2 8-bit games in the Bloodstained, like side versions of the games, if you want to call them other continuity. These are great games. Let me get into the 1986 mode into the game. I'm going to start it up. And hopefully it doesn't crash, because honestly, it crashed on me here a moment ago when I was starting it up. Like, what the heck is going on? So we go into 1986 mode. Main menu. Extra mode. Classic mode. And does anyone want to guess what might the code be? I'll give you a moment. Okay, so I go into classic mode, and there's an actual code that I enter, which will enable 1986 mode. which is basically 1986 as the original Castlevania for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Well, classic mode. Now here is the code. It is up, up, down, down, left, right, X or 0. Let's see if that did it. Nope. Because when you successfully enter the code, 1986 will appear at the bottom of the screen. So, oh, square. Okay, I got to go back. Up, up, down, down, left, right, square. 1986 mode is enabled. So let's get this playing. Bloodstained 1986 mode. Well, what does that mean? I will read this to you. It means 1986 takes things to a whole new level by restricting Miriam's abilities when in the mode. No backflip, no backstep, no slide. Basically, how they controlled Simon Belmont in Castlevania 1. Now, what is classic mode? I should explain that. Classic mode is where this game takes a more linear path like the original Castlevania for the NES. So we just go through levels, fight bosses till we get to the main one. I'm going to tell you right now, this is the first time I'm playing it. That means I am not going to be very good, but let's have some fun. The community is about celebrating, and if we can't have a laugh on Halloween weekend, let's have some fun. What can we do? So here we go. I hope you enjoy Bloodstained Ritual of the Night Classic 1986 mode. And I'm just going to pull up my screen. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Let me know in the comments if you're able to hear and see me okay. Turn down just a little bit here. Check the volume. How's everyone doing tonight? Let's do normal. Anything but. Good. Josh, I got some stuff I got to tell you, but I'm just going to wait until this all works. But you can see definitely inspired by Castlevania. This game, the main game in this series, or this game, the main game, I thought was awesome. It was really a lot of fun. Everyone remembers the original Castlevania, the trilogy on the NES were the first and third one was very hard. Oop, and I have a sub-weapon. So, yeah, it is really cool to reimagine this whip as a sword. I'll go up to see if I can get that candle again. If you haven't played this, any of the Bloodstained games, they're available for all major platforms. I highly recommend playing them. Oh. So anyone have any plans for Halloween as a Halloween weekend? Any plans to do anything exciting? I want you to think of some of your favorite Halloween horror themed pop culture things. There might be a question on that later. Oh. Yeah. I promise you I was going to jump. And if you remember, in these styles of games, there's always something hidden. That's what I was looking for. The hidden item. One of my sub weapons. You throw that. Maybe I can hit this dog. They did. A lot of the assets Josh just put in, the detail in the background is just gorgeous. They put a lot of detail. They did a lot of these assets. Yeah, the stained glass especially, just as you see later in those levels. We'll see how far I get. They really took their time with this game, and it shows. There you go, see? Oh, they trolled me. Ah, there we go. I had to hit the third one. Is really testing your old school gaming mechanics, your gaming ability to play these games. Be invincible. I would try to get that last, oh. trust me, I'm trying to turn around. Well, the purpose is to throw them. And I'm gonna die. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, it's your please get over there and don't get hurt. So yeah, these are 2.5D games, 2D layered sprites, assets if you want to call them, graphics on a 3D background. Oh, looks like I'm at the end boss of this level. We got a shard. All right. When this game was Kickstarted, crowdfunded, they had a roadmap in different tiers that they wanted to get to. And of course they did get to it. And they've had a roadmap of adding extra features and modes to this game. And then even in 2021, 2022, there's still different modes that are still coming. And hopefully they bring out a sequel to this game because it's fun to play. I really like playing the 8-bit games that they had, the 8-bit style 8-bit style games that they had in this franchise. Thought for sure I was going to get hit by the bat. Yeah, and I did get hit by the bat. Question, how many of you back in the day when you're doing a jump, we would jump and we go, I think I can make it. I'm really liking the music. It has a retro feel, a modern style with the retro feel. Yeah. See, right there is when I should have done the controller. I didn't think I was going to make that jump, to be honest. Those floating heads always messed me up in Castlevania. No! Yeah, it is huge. I was wondering that, thinking. Nice thing too, if you remember the old 8-bit style games, 16-bit, they had to repeat, just because there wasn't a lot of memory storage in these games, they got real creative with level design. They also had to reuse a lot of the assets in these 8-bit and 16-bit games. It was really when we got to the 32-bit era with CD-ROM technology, digital media, or optical media you want to say, is they could store a lot more assets, graphics, sounds, into the game, into the CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays now, and they can vary up a lot of the textures, a lot of the backgrounds that we have, which is awesome. As you say, the level is huge, and there's not a lot of repeating assets that they use. A lot of hand-drawn artwork. Just the subtle things, which is, I'm glad you're watching this. As I was gonna say, I'm glad you're watching this and able not only just to watch the gameplay, but just see some of the stuff in the background. Just taking an appreciation of what these programmers, developers, this team able to create. Because sometimes a creator and a team become so intertwined with a style of gameplay for a franchise that when the franchise doesn't the company that owns the IP, I'm kind of getting technical here, but when the company owns the rights to the characters, the name, and the game, all the lore of the game, and sometimes don't get the proper follow-ups or sequels. Sometimes they let franchises go dormant. So it's always great when, my point is, it's always great. I'm not even going to try to make that jump. It's always cool when a team is able to modernize a style of gameplay, a spiritual sequel, or actually get, like with Streets of Rage 4, able to modernize the classic IP in the franchise. And, ooh. I didn't think I was going to make it. I don't think that's fair. I think when I freeze an enemy, I don't think I should be penalized for hitting them. Oh, yeah, this level is long. I keep on accidentally hitting my sub-weapon. Let's see, continue, end. I'm going to end. I'm going to actually show you what the actual classic mode is without the 1986. Because this is the first time I've played this as well. A classic game, we still have loading. As you can see, I already have different abilities. I can jump off the stairs. I can do a slide. Woohoo! Side step or back step. Ooh, what a powerful weapon. I don't need a shard. Just give me a bone. See? Look. Look. Oh, there's useful out of reach. Okay, so maybe it isn't quite as absurd. And you can jump up the stairs. So just these a few little things just kind of make it a different experience. I jokingly thought the bones would be useful against those dogs, and I'm glad I wasn't wrong. Yeah. Every weapon has a purpose. If you saw that, look at that effect that the, the Batarang kind of had. Like that, being able to jump up the stairs, I don't have to worry about, oh, wait, an enemy, I'm stuck on this step. Thought I could upgrade my sword. Evidently not. I'm just having fun tonight. We'll see how far I can get into this. You know, I think what I'll do instead is let me take you and show you what they did with the 8-bit versions of these side games as soon as this loads up. Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon, and Curse of the Moon 2. Just start a new game. To show you a little bit of this was made by NT Creates or NC Creates as a, I believe, I should have boned up on more of my history, but I didn't, and I apologize for it. But basically, these were games that, as like a reward, as acknowledging the community supporting this, they made these 8-bit games in tandem while we were waiting for this Bloodstained Ritual of the Night main game. And when I say this is retro, this is retro. It has a retro 8-bit style challenge. It is hard, but I tell you what, I enjoyed it. Many times I would get my daughter would watch me play this game, and she would say, "You're playing that hard game again. Oh my gosh." Yeah. Did you get any farther in it? Yes. But, oh, yes. And the nice thing is you level up this character as you go. And you have multiple routes that you can take as you get characters in the game. There's just a lot to this game. So don't let the retro graphics fool you. They put a lot into this game for multiple replays. Now just kind of look and you're going to see different points and you'll be, oh, you might be able to get through that, and you would be right later on as you venture in, you do acquire different powers and abilities. You're able to come through to different levels. Oh, rat. Oh, I can't get through there. But later on I'd be able to. Remains devoted to the sword. And this will tell you... Oh, I already read that. These skeletons are pointing where to go. Hopefully I can get to a boss. I wanted to show you some of the, I would just want to show you a boss in this game. Boy, that would have been some times that I needed some bones. Ouch. Oh, why fight him head on when I can just throw something? Alright, boss fight time. Now we see what's powering the steam locomotive engine. And just like an 8-bit game, every game has its pattern. And I just got hit. Okay, now this is a look. He always they do something at the very end. Kind of like a desperate hit. Basically saying, hey, you're bad. Well, guess what? Not on purpose. Miriam, the character we were just playing in Bloodstained. Then I can swap my characters. Whenever I reach a crossroads, I'll take the shortest path without fail. I can switch because some of them will have just going through all this stuff. So there's the character that we played in Bloodstained. Is now I can switch between characters. That's a little bit of like Bloodstained. I definitely recommend if you have the means to play it on any of the platforms, play all of these games. And now I can switch between characters at will. This game has multiple endings, multiple playthroughs. It's a lot of fun. I recommend. I just wanted to play something fun for Halloween, and Bloodstained was it. So let me switch back. Turn off the music. Take off my headset. Halloween and pop culture, what do I mean by that? I mean that there are a lot of scary games, there are a lot of horror themed games, a lot of games based on the old monsters, the monster films. There's a lot of lore for Halloween. So you get a lot of scary games. You have a lot of scary books, movies around this time of year. Just a lot of pop culture that is themed. Also Halloween specials like the Peanuts. Who cannot forget the Peanuts? The classic The Munsters, or other movies that come out for Halloween. Video games is just one facet of it. You have a lot of lore to choose from, more scary stories to tell in the dark, books, children's books, young adult books, of course, dressing up as your favorite character for Halloween, which is a lot of fun. There's so much with Halloween and pop culture. That is going to bring us to Dell's Pop Question. Now, remember when I said Dell's Pop Question that we were actually going to ask about a question regarding Halloween? Well, now it's the time. And that question would be, make sure I hit my right buttons. Oh. Let me try this again. Okay. What is a Halloween-themed piece of pop culture, movie, game, book, collectible, etc., that you enjoy, that holds a special meaning to you? something that you enjoy during Halloween, whether it is a costume, dressing up, a movie, a favorite video game, something that Halloween comes and you just have to play this, or you just have to watch this, or you just enjoy dress up some of your favorites. So just throw it in the comments what you enjoy about this time of year. Now let's go to some of the comments. Promise you I had this app fit right earlier. There we go. Okay, Josh made some comments about the game. And you know what? That is awkward. So let me do this. There we go. Okay. Mental note for self. I got to flip these around. In the meantime. Looks and sounds good. What purpose do the bones serve? Well, you can throw them up and they can arc like the whole axe throwing in the Castlevania games. That's the purpose, and to hit dogs. Always did that while jumping, yes. Classic 8-bit game maneuvers, taking the controller, especially Mario. Do. Whoa. What am I doing? Almost stumbled. You had to do that. You had to do that. I still catch myself maybe to this day doing it. Was not expecting a steampunk cold chugging robot as the boss. That's really cool design. Yes, there is a lot of steampunk in these 8-bit games. These would be fun games for you to play. A lot of replay value with these. So don't let the 8-bit aesthetic, I keep saying, don't let that 8-bit aesthetic fool you. There is a lot to Bloodstained, this franchise, and hopefully they bring out a new game and maybe even a third one. There's also cross promotions. If Inti Creates makes some ultra retro games like Blaster Master and some other ones, so you just be on the lookout for like these indie games that are just so much fun, that they're able to do stuff spiritually in these games the big companies with these franchises neglect. And that's just a fact. I'm not ripping on any company production. There's some that I hold very dear that I wish would bring out a lot more IPs, but if they're not, give it to these smaller companies, or let these smaller companies bring out these style games. It just amazes me. The Halloween season always makes me want to play the old Darkstalkers game all over again. I love their take on old school monsters. Yes, Darkstalkers, and I'm surprised we have not seen. Capcom is doing a lot with Street Fighter. Why haven't we seen the Darkstalkers series? Imagine just what they could do with these systems, or if nothing else, just a classic re-release of some of the older games. The Hocus Pocus movie is one of your favorite times. That's cool. It's really a lot of fun that we have with pop culture, bringing these questions in and asking, hey, what's your favorite time of year? What's your favorite part of this holiday weekend? Some people love dressing up, decorating, also trick-or-treating, just so much fun, baking Halloween cookies. You know, it's all about how much fun that we have celebrating in different aspects of pop culture, and that's really what it's all about. So I want to thank everyone for watching and tuning in to a special episode, Halloween-themed episode of Delve. Just want to remind people to check me out on social media. Check out the Delve channel on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And if you do me a favor, like and subscribe to the channels, like this video. It helps get the word out. We celebrate pop culture. If there's anything that you want to see discussed in a future episode, leave it in the comments on the chats or on our social media. We'll address it. In the meantime, just continue to celebrate pop culture, have fun, celebrate it, enjoy it, and delve on.